Welcome to Mineral Talks Live, the monthly live mineral webinar that brings you in-depth and in-person interviews with mineral people from around the world. Mineral Talks Live is brought to you by a joint effort among the Mineralogical and Geological Museum at Harvard University, the Paris School of Mines, and BlueCap Productions. Tune in on the first Wednesday of every month and stay connected to your mineral world. Now, broadcasting live from beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii, the land of aloha, ukuleles, and shakas, this is Mineral Talks Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 100th episode of Mineral Talks Live, your favorite online mineral talk show. We are so thrilled that all of you can join us. Dr. Raquel Alonso Perez, Dr. Eloise Gayu, and myself have been doing this for 5 years now. And we have had some incredible guests on this show. So we're really glad that we can celebrate this 100th show with my good friend, brother Gerhard Wagner. We're going to see some incredible things. Just a couple of quick housekeeping rules. If you have any questions or comments, please use the links at the bottom of your Zoom window. Either type them in the chat window, and Eloise and Raquel is not online with us right now. She will try to be tuning in a little bit later, but she's on a bus in Spain right now. So Eloise will be there and Rachel will be there looking through those comments and answering any of them that they can. But if you have any questions you want directly answered by Mr. Wagner, Herr Wagner here, go ahead and type those into the Q&A section.
Questions, please.
No questions, he says. He's nervous.
No. I apologized for my limited English in advance.
His English is fantastic. It's perfect. Anything that he doesn't understand or he can't communicate to you, I'll step in as the translator there.
Yeah, I found out in the last 2 days.
Okay, so we're going to get right into it right now. And we always start the show talking a little bit about the past. We're going to keep this a little bit brief because, trust me, you're going to want to see some of the things that I'm looking at right now. It's all behind the camera, but you, my dear viewers, you'll get a chance to see it. So now, Gerhard, you grew up kind of in a very modest family near the Black Forest. And
Can I interrupt you?
Yes, please interrupt me.
Before you start the show, I have really to say something what is important to me.
This is an announcement.
Yeah, this is an announcement, and the announcement is absolutely more deserved. I mean, this is the 100th anniversary of you, and it's also your 5th birthday of Mineral Talks Live.
That's exactly. Right. 5 years.
5 years now. And for me, I want to say in the name of all people who used this Mineral Talks Live unbelievable show, I want to say in my name and in their name, very, very thank you very much for doing that all the years. And it is amazing. I cannot say what I can say in English, but one thing is important to me. You start with Alois and Raquel, the show, in June 2020.
Right.
And this was the time of the lockdown.
Right, exactly.
And I won't point out only that one thing. I will point out what is really important. And I believe the audience outside will confirm with that, is that this was a highlight every week.
Every week at that point, we're doing it
on
weekly.
That time, because the lockdown means we was only inside the houses, was not allowed to go out to have events or whatever. So this was all week a great, great event, and I will thanks to the whole group who managed that and has the idea and all this work that you're doing. I think it's not enough to say only thank you, but at the moment I cannot do. Later you get a whiskey.
So we can cheers with the beer at least.
Yeah, we can do that. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
No, it's nothing to thank. We have to thank all.
I thank you because sometimes we do things that we feel are important and it's the right thing to do, but not all the time do we get the feedback that what we're doing is important. I know that from the years of doing things with BlueCap Productions, there are times where I'm working late at night for many days in a row, and I'm just wondering, am I doing anything important? And then I get a feedback from someone saying, wow, you really changed the way that I mineral collect. And that's the thing that keeps me going. Just like this kind of feedback and how much it meant to you is important for all of us to hear.
Brian, I have no idea how you was able with the group to manage that all week. I have seen how long it needs to prepare this show to make it hopefully successful.
Yeah.
And as again, I feel a little bit as a stranger in my own house, because the viewer cannot see how many displays, how many monitors, and how many technique and everything is here, what you not see in the camera.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit shocked when I saw that.
It's the Starship Enterprise.
Maybe it was not such a good idea to confirm that, because the other thing I will say is that this show is able to do was just a joke, because it was a long time ago that when Brian asked me from time to time to be a part of the of Minerals Talks Live, and I said no, it's impossible because there are very many bureaucracy backgrounds what we must not discuss here, but it was not easy to do that. But then it comes out, okay, now it's 6 months, and then you tell me, oh, Gerhard, I have an idea. I see. This is directly after Saint-Marie, so I come to your house, and we do it directly together in your house. And I said,
it should be easy.
you are the boss. You are the technical man, and no problem. Respect for everything. Respect.
Thank you.
Respect.
Thank you.
Really.
And especially, I want to give a big shout out to the two people that really made Mineral Talks Live happen. It was Raquel and Eloise.
I know that.
Who came to the idea.
And I said at the beginning,
I give them all the credit for starting.
They have the idea. Yep. And it needs a long time to convince you to do that. Yep. I know that.
Yep. They were persistent, and they made me believe. Yeah. And now I'm just a monkey in front of the camera. They still do most of the work.
Okay. So
that was a little bit of a side.
It was a must do. I'm sorry that I interrupt you, but I believe we spent time with your question about my person. It's not important, because most people, I believe, know me, and the details you can find in several places, and internet, and yeah. So
if you want some information on Gerhard's bio, there are a lot of great articles out there. I've participated and I've written some of those articles, and so it's fairly easy to find. So we're gonna, based on Gerhard's suggestion, we're gonna kind of fast track this and get into the minerals. The one thing that I do want to talk to you a little bit about, because this isn't really covered in too many of the articles, is you were always operating underneath the radar until 2010. And at that point, a couple big things happened that changed everything and thrust you into the spotlight. Talk to us about those, the two things. And there were two things that happened simultaneously at the same show that changed everything for you. So go ahead and tell our audience about the two events.
The true thing or public thing?
The public thing.
I don't like that.
Okay, tell them the true thing.
I like more the true thing.
Whatever you want.
The true thing was that I was able, with some special talks that I have and discussions, that this was Brian's first show in Europe. So Munich, What's Hot in Munich 2010 was his first show. And in Munich, unfortunately,
I know where this is going.
Unfortunately, he pressed and pushed me to play the host without a little bit good English. because he found no other person who will help him.
The one and
This
only
was-
time he's ever been a host of a What's Hot show.
I'm a long time quiet, but I tell the true thing. So be careful what you're saying. And the second thing was that Christoph Keimann comes a long time before and that he made this special exhibition.
The Brazilian Beauties.
Yeah, the Brazilian Beauties. And he has some problems for organizing about one person who had normally to do the job, was springing on the side because it was unfortunately too much work for him.
Okay.
And so he comes to me and if I can help him. And so I help him in the way that I fly to Dallas to select some pieces because he gives me everything what he has. And he said, we cannot only display tourmalines from Brazil. Brazil is much more as tourmalines. And also he likes the best pieces that I have in my collection. And so this was the way that big part or the best part of my collection goes to the exhibition to Munich 2010. There was an agreement that on my pieces, they make the label without my name. And by an accident, I will say an accident, mistake, whatever it was, somebody, and with the wish of some other American dealers or collectors who wants his name on the label, what I understand, they put also my name on my pieces on the
labels. So it was supposed to, your labels were not supposed to have your name, but then they shifted something and then your name ended up on all your labels.
On my labels, and I was a little bit upset about that, a little bit more, to be honest. And it was at the evening when we was finished, I believe it was 10 or 10:30 p.m. at the show when we was finished with display all the spacemans. And I confronted him with this.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I make it friendly today.
Of course,
it's
very
15
diplomatic.
years. It's 15 years ago, but at that time I was really not happy. And he said, "Yeah, we can change that." I said, "Come on, we walk now in the middle of the night, and who will print it and change that? It's impossible to do that." And so this was the first time ever that in a double way, my tourmaline black hole that I have, and only a few persons knows me really good. Many knows me, but has not an idea what I'm doing. It goes in the way of the labels around the world. It goes in the way of the host and the and the film, of course, the What's Hot and Munich with the labels on it. So the secret of
your anonymous life was over.
The hidden was completely destroyed.
Absolutely.
What has positive sides and has negative sides.
Right. But I think now in the fullness of time, you can look at this and we can laugh about it because we say, this is just life.
You laugh more and I laugh less.
All right. So that that collection that was on display was primarily your tourmalines. You always had a bit of a worldwide collection, but it was very, very focused on tourmalines.
Yes.
Now, that collection was dispersed. That collection was sold.
Big part of that, yes.
And so the collection that you have now is kind of almost the second or third generation after that.
I call it a transformation from collection 1.0 to 2.0.
Yeah.
So, and
I don't even know if I would call this 2.0. It's almost more like 3.0 because you went through some transitions there and you got crazy about that case right there. And you're going to see that in a little bit. which was very unlike you. And your taste and your interest has greatly diversified. You're still very strong in tourmaline. And so if it was just tourmaline, I'd say maybe that was 2.0, but you've expanded well beyond that. And so I almost want to call this like a 2.5 or a 3.0.
As you said, I have always also interesting in worldwide minerals and not only in tourmaline. But the two collection in tourmaline is very different. This one now is more in aesthetic and in diversity and colors and everything. And the other was more scientific. So everything what I found what is interesting, but not in the eyes of a collector, a great piece was comes into my collection. But what was always part of my life, my mineral life. And the way I walked or handled my first collection was great because first some pieces survived and goes never to the United States because the estimate was not interesting to discuss about it. The second thing is that at the end, when Brian Lees,
the other Brian, the tall one.
Will be happy, the
not tall one.
Brian Lees has the collection, which I'm very thankful that he helped me out in a very, very sad and bad situation.
He came in at the 11th hour and saved the day for you.
Yeah, and it was a big change, but it was a great change, and I'm happy with me. What I want to say is I saved some pieces from the
1.0.
From 1.0. For Brian, it was not a problem. He's always a gentleman and an old friend to me. We know us now 33 years. Is that correct in English? 33? 33 years. And it needs 20 years that he sold some basements to me. Funny side effect. But however, we are good friends. And about that reason, it comes some pieces back. And in the end, when we was thinking both together, it's time that we stopped at that because he has some other collections that he handled in consignment and said, okay, send it back. I believe I can handle that and stuff. So this is the background just between collection 1.0, 2, and 2.0. And what we see today is the result.
Right.
And now I hope we stop to talking because I'm not more interesting to look at this camera.
One more thing I want to point out. In collection 1.0, not a lot of people know this, but you were very, very, very focused on collecting Pedernera. And one of the ones that survived into your 3.0 collection now is a great piece from the Pedernera mine. I remember it quite well. But when I made the Pedernera film with Danny Trinchillo, Fine Minerals International, this was maybe 2016, 2017. Your collection was the only collection on the planet where you had a representative piece from every single pocket of the Pedernera mine.
Nearly of everything. Because they exist or they found some smaller one, what comes not to the market or what is not so important. But
so every important tourmaline pocket at the Pedernera, you had a representative piece, and you were the only one in the world that had that.
Just to help you, it has not so much changed. You will see still, I believe, the most of the pockets in the new collection.
Okay, all right. What I'm going to do now, what do you think of this, Gerhard? We're going to roll a video that we shot earlier today that just kind of that gives an overall view. He's got 10 cases that are staring at us right now. And so we're going to start off, we're going to roll a video, and it is a 1 minute, 15-second video, and it'll just kind of pan through all the cases so that you at home can get an overall look at what the collection looks like.
That's a good idea.
So let's go ahead and let's roll this. All right, there's that Pedernera piece on the left there. Let's scroll back that one on the top left case. That's one of the classic ones from collection 1.0.
It speaks for itself.
Yeah. And so you can see it's still very, very incredibly heavy. And
my mic still on?
Yeah, your mic's still on. Sorry. That's the red case. Look at those. We got tourmalines on the top, but a lot of rhodochrosites. And we've got some interesting pieces that we're going to share with you in depth. We've got a very colorful one there. We've got a lot of pyromorphites. We've got a lot of azurites in there. And then we go back to heavy collection of tourmaline there. And then we kind of go into the barrels there, which I don't think a lot of people knew that you collected barrels as well. And they should kind of figure that you knew. Yeah, you've got too much of everything.
Every day I get new offers, you know. Inshallah of the Pakistani.
Yeah, so we got tourmalines. And then we have quartz there. We have a lot of quartz. It's a very quartz heavy case. And I love to see your fascination with something as simple as
that. Not many people know that I love quartz.
Yeah.
Quartz is a fascinating mineral to me.
And this is what I call the Malcolm case. Even though every piece isn't Malcolm, there are some killer pieces. So we're going to go into that in just a little bit. And then we're back to tourmaline there.
Yeah, this is the Paprock suite. And on the top, this is the Madagascar suite on the first.
Fantastic.
So I think... I liked the comment 2 months ago from Dave Bunk. He said exactly what I was feeling, that a collection is not only a collection is a mirror of the collector and is a kind of art. So when I see my Paprock suite, it is a composition of the nicest thing that I love. Yeah. It's I'm not a trophy collector. I'm not a finance collector. Nothing from that. I collect what I love. This is the most important part.
It's a representative
what touch my heart. Yeah. So this has a little bit to do like our friend in California, Jack Halpern.
Yeah.
So
he's all about beauty.
Yeah.
And it's the same with you.
That's the same with me. The second is, if something come new out to the market, try to buy the best piece that is reachable for you, for your budget that you have.
Yeah.
Instead of buying 2 or 3 or 4.
And that's something that you learned when you attended your first American show in Denver from Wayne Thompson.
Yeah.
Right. It was buy the best single piece that you can versus buying mediocre.
I have a really fantastic time with him.
Yeah.
And he was, I can say, maybe the first mentor in the United States who helps me really as a German. And I was surprised because my English in 1991, this was the first trip, was like really 0.
Yeah.
I can tell you stories. The show needs 5 hours.
I know some of the stories.
I know you know them. Just mistakes, you know, but funny. At the end, the police helps me, so no problem. Everything was nice. So.
Well, I mean, you know, to me that was cool because you didn't speak the language, but you had this just burning passion for minerals. And you said, I can't go to Tucson because that's at the same time as the big toy fair here in Germany.
The biggest toy fair in the world.
Right.
In the world. And I was in the...
Right. And I think your boss said, you can go, but you might as well stay.
He was not so happy about that idea. But it was okay. He gave me as an alternative that I can go in September to Denver. And so it starts. 1991 was my first trip to Denver. And I was 10 years there, from 1991 to 1999.
Every year going to Denver?
Every year.
Yeah.
Cool time.
And then,
but this was the old Denver, you know, with the Holiday Inn. And on the other side is Round Hotel, the tower. So we have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to, I've got an app that keeps crashing on me here, so be patient. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a video that's going to be kind of more of a close-up of the first cabinet. And, you know, I actually have a better idea. Let's just go live with the camera and go visit the...
I think your job was great.
That was nice, yeah.
Yeah, so let's start it.
Okay, we'll do that a little bit later. We'll wander through, and if you comment, we can stop at things. So let's see. There we go. So no, that's not the first one.
That's the first one. That's correct. It's that.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking going the other way. Okay, we'll go this way.
This is our Madagascar specimens without the albite, the reddish albite in the middle.
Okay.
So this is 95% is Paprock. We can see that maybe better when we open the door. So
yeah, we'll do that in a bit. And I still love
What
those.
is that, Gerhard Wagner, fragile? Oh, this is our boxes
The
on
boxes
the
underneath.
shelf. I was thinking, I have never such pictures on my pieces.
And I
Okay.
love those 5 sentinels on the left. They're just, it's something about those bases that I love. You know, like I'm doing the reports from China and I'm
You
talking
mean
about the carved
the
bases.
Jackson 5?
Yeah, the Jackson 5.
I bought that from an auction and at the Rice in Denver. I believe it was 2004, it was 2016, and I was curious about the stance by itself because I believe it is a dentist who has done that.
Right,
I
because
don't
it's so
know if
detailed.
it's silver or another other metal, but it's so complicated to create that, and also outside to create it that it's. I will not change that in an acrylic base. Okay, to make it simple.
Totally, totally.
It's worth to keep the history of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
part. And this is one pocket, by the way. All 5 pieces comes from one pocket, and all are double terminated and are really great.
I love it because the most we're talking about these pieces, we're talking about the bases. And you're one of the outspoken critics of my coverage of the Chinese show. Brian, stop covering bases. And I'm like, here's an example where the bases really is.
That's are not wooden bases.
Okay, so if they're made out of metal, it's okay. All right, let's go to the next case. Okay, so we're going to go up to the top shelf here.
Yeah, what we're seeing here is in the back 3 tourmalines from Elba. The right one is from Mozambique, from Naipa. The right in the front is from Barra de Salinas, that the Americans call scepter tourmaline, but it's technically wrong. The piece behind on the left is from Tajikistan. On the left side, the quartz with the apatite is from China, and the tourmaline on the right back is from Morocco, Oman. That one.
That's left back.
Left
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, I tell you, sorry for my English in advance.
That's okay. That's why I'm here. I love these 3 from Elba because to have them on matrix, such a delicate pieces, is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to.
Yeah, and not so often. And that on the left side, so we have the 3 in the middle from
Yeah.
Elba, and that on the left side is called by Federico Pizzetta the cigarette because it has a light purple
Tip.
Uh-huh. And on the side, on the quartz, it's a petalite inside.
Oh, no way.
And the petalite files out because it was correlated out of the matrix. So we put it just inside to the right place. That's all what we are doing, or he has done.
All right, let's scroll down here, and these babies are just crazy.
Yeah, stop that, please, because here you see pieces that was most of them never published, never on posted or something.
No
So
one's ever
these are
seen them,
totally secrets in my house, which was the reason that I never allowed about some reason that I have in the background with insurance company and so on.
Right.
And so on.
So no one's been able to come in here and take photographs or
Yeah,
anything.
it was not allowed, not by me. It was just
By
that
the insurance.
the rule that I had. And there are some pieces, maybe we can look later a little bit closer.
Yeah, yeah.
It's unbelievable, and I know which shelf now came, and this is the tourmaline I called it. Definitely, that's the Jonas mine.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's scroll down to the next level here, and I think this is going to shock a lot of people. That centerpiece right there.
Yeah, every visitor who comes in my house,
they can't believe that.
They can believe that because you see the difference between the crystals on the left side. This is the classic termination, Malkan termination. This in the middle looks like more Jonas because these are single elegant crystals standing up from the matrix in all direction like a firework. Many people say you must give them a name. I have no name. Maybe the audience has an idea later when they
I think
see
we should
them.
call it the Eloise.
Eloise. Okay. And so, and this in the right front, by the way, this was my first Malcolm piece ever, because I bought that from Daniel Trinchillo. Many years ago, and 30 years in the collection of his father.
Oh, wow.
So it's father, and
that was Daniel Trinchillo Sr.
I make it short. The story is very simple. In a small room with him, I was interested in that piece, and in another piece, we showed that piece, and he got a ring and asked me if he can left the room. I said that's fine. So it was dark. You know, he has the jealousy.
Right.
Oh, what is in English jealousy?
Yeah, the shades.
Shades. It was down. As I have to wait, I open this plastic things a little bit to the sun, and I see that the color changed completely dramatically from a reddish brown to a purple to a purple, and we see that during the show later, because we have filmed one piece who showed the effect. And but this is really Malkan. Malkan has several different colors in all different temperatures, but important is that the temperation, like Kelvin, you know, you have 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, is not important. Is not
it's not the only part.
The only part. There are much more parameters to create daylight.
Yeah.
And in daylight, you have this purple color, and you have seen that in the last days. And so this is it's unbelievable. It's if you see it on daylight, you said it.
Yeah. So if you collectors out there, if you have a Malcolm piece, take it out into daylight and see what it does. It may surprise you, because it certainly surprised me. We're used to seeing that kind of orangish rust tinge in there, but when you put it in daylight, it totally disappears. It goes almost blue purple. It's an amazing thing to see. All right, we're going to let this roll a little bit more, and we'll go down to the bottom shelf. And I like the bottom shelf because your business, aside from the minerals, your business used to be making puzzles. And I love this puzzle.
You're absolutely right. My own company was for single puzzles and for board games, but this was a gift.
Oh, I understand that.
This gift from my friends who I'm helping to bring his business in the right level. And they made that puzzle as a single one-piece puzzle from my biggest what do you say contributor. So I was a small company in the toy business, in the single puzzle and board business, and this is the market leader.
This is the big boy.
Ravensburger is the market leader, and they have made one with all the pictures that we have from that one special pocket, which goes down in history, and you have a lot of history of that.
You were a great contributor to the mineralogical record issue that came out on Malcolm, and I don't think people really understand enough the role that you played in bringing a lot of these pieces out. Should we go on to the next case? Viewers, what do you think? I think they're going to want to see it.
Go ahead.
All right, so this is kind of the quartz heavy case. So that's the overall shot of it, and then we're gonna kind of zoom in pretty soon to the top shelf here.
The most of it is quartz, and you see hematite from the Alps, from Switzerland. You see the big quartz on the back is from Colombia, but I think it makes no sense to give now information to all the pieces.
Right.
My idea is let it run, and if somebody from the viewers has questions or want know more, so let us do it later.
I think we'll let it run, and we can talk about these things if we want. And then
that one, because this is very special. The quartz on the left is from Arkansas, what the most people was thinking. This is from
it's the clear one on the upper left corner of the screen there.
It's an unbelievable piece. In the middle, this is Steve Smale.
Wait, so tell us again the locale. You said it was France. Did you?
French is a very difficult language to read, but I can show you that in the list. It needs a long time because I bring that piece after trimming. I bring that piece original to summary
Mhm.
and talk with Alain Martin.
Right.
I talk with Eric.
Asselborn.
No, with you,
DiCarlo.
Eric. Eric
DiCarlo.
DiCarlo, with the guy who stays behind. Alan wasn't. So there was a lot of specialists to find out exactly mine because I have only the area.
Okay.
Yeah, but not the mine. At the end, we find out the mine, and so I have a. Sorry, I have not it in
Not on
my
the top of
mind.
your head.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So then you've got a couple of mango quartz there. You've got a a Brazilian rose quartz in the center there.
It's a quartz collection with
It's a
some
quartz
great
collection.
amazonite.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll down to the next shelf here.
Yeah, see some amethyst, great grape amethyst. This comes from
And
a friend.
This one is actually
included
poorly represented there.
from Morocco.
It's a killer piece, but
Yeah.
you don't see it very well how it's exhibited down there on the bottom shelf. Okay, let's go to the next video. We're back into the tourmalines.
Yeah, time.
I love it.
Yeah. If I start to talk about the localities and everything,
Yeah,
we're sitting
we'll
here
be here
3 hours.
forever.
So
I do want to mention that center one right there, the where it has kind of the clear termination, it almost looks like red, white, and blue. That was the cover piece for the 2025 Mineral City Show Guide, where it was half photograph, half a painting. Yeah. That was a superb piece. And it was also on a poster at the Munich show. Oof. We got some familiar friends back there.
You know what I mean? It is the combination, the assortment, everything what makes it art. It's not a single piece, it's the whole combination of all this.
Well, but the interesting thing here, and we noticed this last night when we were going through a bunch of photographs, there is so much to see here that you get overwhelmed. And we were going through some of the photographs, and I'd see pieces that I said, wow, that's a fantastic photograph.
Is it in this?
Do you have it on display? You say, oh, yeah, it's on the third shelf. And I'd go to the third shelf, and sure enough, it was there, but you didn't see it because there's so much to look at here.
Any person who visits me and comes a second time or third time, some people are come 8 times or more. They go through the displays and said, "Oh, Gerhard, is that new?" And I said, "Sorry, this piece was from the beginning." Right. At the very beginning, it's been there. From the very beginning, it was there. But of course, your mind realized only that what touched your mind and your eyes totally at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, and this happened, you go in and you see a piece, you're like, whoa, and you talk about this one piece and you're amazed by it.
Yeah.
And then you go to a next shelf and there are 5 or 6 equally amazing pieces on that first shelf that you can't see. So it's almost like you got to keep coming back, keep looking at it, and you're going to find all kinds of things.
The good thing is that when people come several times, it's never boring them.
Yeah. You just sit there waiting for the reaction.
The last one, what was one day before you came in, was here a collector, a very good friend of mine. And I told him, listen, we make a game. I have had in the last week, and totally in the last month, it was 120 or so I have had for the show, which is not photographed. So I must wait that Laszlo is coming. I said, but I have had 20 yesterday. If you found the 20 yesterday, it's yours.
How many hours was he studying the collection?
He found out a few. definitely. So five,
but not
six,
20.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he comes with pieces. What was 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years inside. So
Cancel.
I said, I'm sorry. No, I cancel all the game. I was so
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, that's great.
I cannot do that again with the video when this
Right
is on,
now,
when this is
everyone's gonna study the
online.
video.
Makes no sense, but we have there are 100 or 200 pieces more,
Yeah.
which is not on display at the moment.
Okay, this, what we're looking at here, oh, let's do it that way. This is kind of your barrel case, which is
Yeah.
surprising to most.
Yeah, there are many great pieces
Great
inside.
pieces, yeah.
Glasses,
Get some
many.
emeralds in there, aquamarines scattered with the tourmalines.
Yeah.
Shorls in the back there.
Yeah, first I was trying to display them for us for the location,
Okay.
but it is definitely impossible to do that completely because you have pieces you must take on the highest shelf
Mhm.
and the medium directly in the eye view. Then you have pieces must a little bit more in the lower shelf. So it's impossible to do that. And also you have from any location enough to fill a whole
The whole
shelf.
shelf, yeah.
And I collected, as I said, what I am love, what touch my heart. And this is the reason that this is mixed.
I love it because so often you say, Brian, look at this. And just the look on your face is like child wonder. I mean, it's an incredible thing to see.
Yeah,
You're so passionate
but
about those.
you know how I handle visitors when they are come. I let them alone in the room
Exactly. Yeah.
without controlling because I want that they enjoy it and they can make an overview. And if they need me after 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 45 minutes, doesn't matter for me.
Yeah.
They can feel totally free and can see everything. And then they can ask the question that they have.
Exactly. And it leads to great conversation.
Yeah, I learned it just from when I was going to other people to look at the collection. It's
the same way.
impossible
Yeah.
because the people say, have you seen that, Gerhard? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Not able to get first an overview.
Yeah, it's distracting.
What is the whole collection? What makes the whole collection? And so this is the reason.
Well, I mean, going back to Dave Bunk's comment when we were on the show, it's a good expression of who the person is. And so if you're looking at a collection and the owner of the collection keeps pointing things out to you, then you're not getting an overall sense of the real breadth of the collection because you're being directed at the things that the owner wants to see. So I like your approach where you let people in and you give them their space and they're able to do whatever they want and view it at their pace, and then they can have the conversation with you and then you point out different things. I'm going to switch over to some photos here, and hopefully that will reset some of the bandwidth so we can take a look at some of these things.
Is this available or can the audience see that?
I hope so. I hope so. Now, again, all of these pieces are pieces that are on display here. But like I said earlier, sometimes you just don't see them because there is so much to look at. And if you are really out to and you have the chance to reach out to Gerhard and have the chance to come visit him, it's definitely something that you're going to want to do. It is an incredible collection to see. And what I might do is in the final video we produce here, after we go into post-production, I may just run a series of these videos kind of slowly panning up and down the cases so everybody has a chance to see kind of some of these great things. And I know that to get background stories and all these things, wonderful. It is going to turn this into an 8-hour show, and we're like really now coming on to like an hour. We're at 7:51. Eloise, if you can, why don't you just go ahead and fire off the poll and for the quick fire fun, and we'll see if Gerhard would be willing to kind of go through those. I know he's really just, yeah, he doesn't like doing that. It's kind of too too much, and so he would much rather talk about mineral. And so if he decides that that's what he wants to do, then we're gonna kind of let him that. And I love this piece because it actually looks like a rock to me, which is kind of a weird reason I love it, but it is very, very. Thank you, Joan. Seconding the 8-hour show option. I think that's not going to happen. Sorry. Maybe we'll make a extended version for the video that release. I don't know. These are different options, so we'll take a look. We will discuss it amongst ourselves before we make a final decision here. So hopefully this is just enough to kind of keep your appetite whet and keep you interested as we're just kind of basically vying for time, hoping that the Wi-Fi kind of kicks in a little bit longer here. Okay, so Eric is if we can go case by case with Gerhard and post-production. Unfortunately, I am leaving 2 a.m. tomorrow, so that's not going to be a dance, and we're a little bit.
Is it now better? I checked the modem upstairs and I checked your SIM that you plugged in. The door was closed, so maybe this was the reason.
Okay, all right. So maybe signal. Yeah, okay. Getting some comments that the signal is better. So do you want to? Should we try to switch the video?
Now live.
Okay, all right. Let's get back to here and let's see if that's going to work. Let's see, which case were we on? I think we were on this case. Yeah. So, all right.
And the question in here, in the meantime, Gerhard, how did you come interested in minerals in the first place?
How did you first become interested in minerals? Is the Bodensen story.
In the same way as I believe the most of the people come in contact with minerals, to make that short because the story is too long. I found my first piece when I was 7 or so, but it was not a mineral, it was a fossil, it was a leaf, the Lake of Constance. And since then I was curious what it is, and so I was trying to find out more information, and yeah, so it never stops. Yeah, it is just the same way that every collector has the first contact, the first show, the first mineral show, the first mentor who shows you some minerals, and yeah, it is in my blood. I will say it's in my blood, and it will never change.
Why don't you talk about Herr Stempel? The first
this was
really influence of you.
The first person. I was a young boy who invited me to go to Kaiserstuhl.
He had a rock shop near
Yes, a rock shop.
Your vacationing.
This was the first visit in a rock shop in Hamburg in the Black. And he has seen my interest in minerals, and so he invited me to go with him in some excursion for digging.
Excursion, right.
And this was on the Kaiserstuhl for zeolites.
Yeah, right.
We found a little bit minerals, but thousands of mosquitoes.
And so now you're still in the mineral world with big mosquitoes.
It's a good question of interpretation.
Exactly. This is a great piece. Talk about this.
Yeah, it's a Paraíba tourmaline from the original place, and it's double tourmaline. And I doesn't make restorations on it. It is not repaired. It is prepared out. I have a whole folder with all steps for the trimming out the piece out of the quartz. And it is from color in my one of the best Paraíba tourmaline that exists.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And it just jumps out at you.
Brian,
Yeah.
can I ask another question in the meantime as well that we have from Barbara?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so what Gerhard thinks about the recent Paraiba tourmalines on matrix, and how about the phoetite with light blue needles? Did you get that?
Kind of. I'm trying to process it. What did Gerhard think of the new Paraiba,
Tourmalines on matrix.
the new ones that are coming out?
Yes.
I cannot give an answer. I know that the collector sold them as copper bearing tourmalines. So you know that the EMA has rules that the Paraiba, a real Paraiba, must be a formal, technical formal of tourmaline, which is a specific tile, specific part of copper inside.
Okay.
And normally you must, examination every piece to find out if it's a real
true
Paraiba, so that it is correct, the EMA name Paraiba, or it is just bearing.
Right.
So that's a different. And as the collector is a very good company, they said we sold as bearing tourmalines.
Which I feel is the correct
I
way to do
believe
it.
others mean as the new Paraibas.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it becomes a marketing term. And Paraiba technically should be from Paraiba
I
region.
have seen a few weeks ago there comes on book discussion about a post from a dealer in Pakistan who offered albites, classic albite as Paraiba, and a lot of people gives a comment and say, "Hey, sorry, that's not the Paraiba."
Yeah, that's
It goes in the direction that it has a little bit this color, but it is not the Paraiba. And at the end, the seller confirmed and said, "I'm sorry for the confusion. Yeah, it's not the Paraiba, but this goes in the direction of a Paraiba color." So Paraiba is always a marketing.
Yeah, but that's even
thing
worse
too,
than, you know,
and,
selling copper-rich
it's-
tourmaline
yeah.
and calling it Paraiba.
It's not easy to do that. In general, you must do examination to find out what is inside. But if you have a crystal, who won't break the crystal? So you can only go from the part when you trim them out.
It gets harder and harder. All right, let's go back. I hope that answers Barbara's question.
One part of the question. The second part was about the phoetite with the light blue needles. So the phoetite tourmalines, you know, the ones with the hair, blue hair.
Okay.
Everything what has a form like this is automatically phoetite. Phoetite is the same what we're talking about before about the Paraiba mine. You need simply confirmation that somebody is looking if this is phoetite or not. It's not easy the tourmaline group to identify every tourmaline in his special name. It's also possible that you found in, let me say, Madagascar tourmaline. Yeah, this is why we use tourmaline. You find fluor tourmaline, fluorlithic.
Right.
You found maybe some parts of albite. Because tourmaline is a mineral who sucks all what it comes from during the growing from outside what is available inside the crystal. It's possible you have a crystal at home, or you see something which is really completely through the crystal and has different correct names, but for that you must destroy the piece
right,
to make through any part of it. So, and this is the reason many people use tourmaline offset, like this picture that you show right now from American. This is a classic albite, which everybody can see, and in such cases it's easy, but phoetite it's a little bit tricky. I will not say that any. This is my statement, my personal statement, that any tourmaline who has hairs on the end on the top of the determination that these are phosphates.
Mhm.
And it's also possible this could be shoal, this could be another name. It needs to analyze.
Yeah.
Is that okay, this answer?
Yes, yes, thank you very much. That's perfect. Another
Okay.
unrelated question about the lighting system inside the showcase. I know that you talked a bit about them, but just in case you have some recommendation. That's a question from Patrick Roycroft.
So
Patrick?
Patrick wants to know about lighting system that you have in the cases. Now, there are 3 different colored lamps that Gerhard uses throughout this. It's what 3,400?
No, 1,000, 5,000, and a few months before, we let produce extra for us, Fabian, and especially Fabian and me, that we want the 6,000 too.
Right.
So even and important for all light system or people who like to work with light. I'm sorry. Must be understand that Kelvin is only a temperature
It's
of
just
the
one
light.
measurement of
It
the
is
light. Yeah.
one parameter of a light. It doesn't gives you a daylight, whatever used. If you used 5,000, 6,000, or 7,000, it's not daylight because you miss a lot of other parameters which daylight produced. At that point, I will really show, maybe we go live to this.
I don't think the bandwidth can hold for us doing any video. So maybe what we'll do is after I go home, you and I can have
We cannot make a live on the display, and
we can try,
can
but
try,
how is
Brian, maybe you can try on with your cell phone. Let's switch to the other camera. Maybe it's going to be better. Who knows?
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and we'll switch to the second camera here. Let me turn this on.
You know what? That's so much better, Brian. That's perfect.
Ah, okay.
Interesting. Maybe
Yeah, that's awesome.
live.
Okay, good.
So this mic can, okay, there was first 5,000 Kelvin inside, and now it's 6,000 Kelvin inside. But even the 6,000 Kelvin shows not the real color, what you can see in daylight. So Brian and I have done one piece, and it's the piece here.
Let's see if we can do this one, like live on the camera.
And
Okay.
that piece,
Okay, so look at the color
I
right
show
now.
that directly in the light. Okay. What you see is it's a reddish brown mixed of colors. But we have a short video in daylight where you can see the different, where you can see the big difference of the.
Let's do it live instead of trying to play the video. So you want to try that again?
I believe it doesn't work in our life, but I can.
Okay, we can
If you want to
try.
try that because you have the video.
Yeah, it's the same
Okay,
camera.
so I see nothing at the moment. This is now very
Oh, by
tight.
the way, this mess that Gerhard was talking about, what we've had to
It
do
must
to
come from this side.
make this Mineral Talks live episode. I was just showing them all the gear that they don't
Okay.
normally see.
So, and now you see the real color, which is purple, and this light, daylight. This is original what they used also for offices, that the eyes comes not hurt during the work, and this is completely another that with 6,000 Kelvin. Yeah, it is a purple, and it's really hard to see on the camera. I know that you must see it in person, but it's a completely a color changer, completely.
And if it were daylight without the cloud, be outside showing you this.
It is one fact that a video like that is not could not be a replacement for a personal view or
Experience, yeah.
personal experience inside the room.
Okay, so I'm trying to be sensitive with time. We are 10 minutes past the hour. So Eloise, I'm gonna let you make the call. If this is looking good, we can kind of continue going case by case. But if we need to stop the
Yes.
show, we need to stop the show.
You had some technical issues, so yeah, now it's working fine. So go ahead.
Okay.
Because we have the history of that.
So this piece right here, there's an incredible story behind that one. As many people know, I love specimens with cool stories attached to them, and this one right here is no exception. What you're looking at now is a rhodochrosite from the Hotazel mine in South Africa. Now, the name Hotazel actually is a contraction of the term hot as hell, which is a pretty accurate description of the conditions there. This name was given to both the mine and the town by the mine captain J.J. van der Merwe. So this piece you're seeing is from the 1964 pocket, and this pocket was the first time rhodochrosite was ever discovered from Hotazel. And while the pocket was discovered by van der Merwe, it was harvested by the mine engineer Aubrey Brands, who gave all the specimens he harvested to his son Rory, who kept them in his personal collection for about 50 years. Now, in 2019, this collection made its way to Scott Worski from a miner's lunchbox. It was trimmed and cleaned by the collector's edge, and by November 2020, this piece, the most aesthetic of the lot, was purchased by Gerhard. And a funny side note was that the discoverer of the original pocket, van der Merwe, fell in love so deeply with these stunning red crystals that he decorated the rock wall of his outdoor barbecue pit with rhodochrosites from the Hotazel mine. Many years later, when he sold the house, the sale price was quite a bit higher than market value just because of the rhodochrosite crystals cemented into the landscaping.
We have here Swing Mine. We have, of course, a lot of pieces from
The Sweet Home.
the Sweet Mine. This is the favorite piece in the middle, and they have on the right, the big ones. And we have on the right side here the Swanning Mine, the X-Key Proctor piece. And yeah, so this is a great collection for the rhodochrosite.
Now, I do want to make a comment going back to this one right here, which is from Hotazel. It was actually the man who named both the mine and the city of Hotazel actually found a huge boulder that had a whole bunch of vugs on it, that being the vugs.
I believe you read the story, it's faster.
I can, but we got to go back there. But basically, that piece was from the original piece, the first find of
First find
at
site
Hotazel.
and the area, yeah, that's correct.
Okay, Gerhard, we're going to stay over here kind of because this is the only way that we can show people the pieces here.
Yeah, sure. You want that I open it?
Yeah, it's always better when we open it. So if you see anything, holler out, type in a comment about if you want Gerhard to talk about, but we've got some incredible tanzanites. Look at the color zoning on that one in the back there. Absolutely fantastic. And I love this fluorite right there.
From Arango.
And the hits just keep going.
So when was this discovery of the elongated fluorite from Arango?
From Arango, it's a few years ago. That's a complete floater and has no damage thing. It's just crystal. I take that out. You will see that easily. Piece needs not so much light. It's hard to say that here is the back side.
Yeah, that's a very nice one.
So the bottom is complete crystallized with muscovite. So that piece has no damage, no repair, nothing. It's a crazy, crazy piece with completely fluoride twins.
I think that people were asking the question about what's on the right, the green one. Is it the Tsavorite crystal? Yes,
The
that one.
Tsavorite is brand new. It's not on glue at the moment. It's just brand new. It arrives at Friday, I believe.
Oh, this came on Friday.
Yeah, this is the
Nice.
piece you have filled with Lauren
Okay.
and Tucson.
Yeah. Okay.
And I go
Okay. I know where
directly-
it came from. Yeah.
I go directly in contact with the dealer and I protest it. You see that I used your life.
Did you tell the
Streams.
dealer that you saw it on WhatsApp?
Sure.
Good.
It's not a secret, so I tell everything. It's not a problem, except the price.
Except the price. Oh, well,
He just doesn't like that.
I love this piece back here.
Yeah, this is one of the greatest thing. It comes from the deep tunnel, so it's the area. Nobody knows exactly the year, but it's a very, very old piece. It was a long time, over decade in the collection. It was a France collector who passed away, unfortunately, a very nice person. And the piece went to a dealer in America who visited him short before he passed. I had the luck to see that piece first when it comes out. And interesting on the piece is not only the quality, these are two separate crystals. They are not hanging together. I can show you that here in the way that I am just turn it a little bit, and you see the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There's no
these are
contact.
two separate crystals. And the crazy is that piece is, for me, unbelievable. Not erased, is completely intact out of the mine, and that from that time.
Yeah. And obviously it speaks to me because it looks very similar to the blue caps from the Tourmaline Queen line.
Okay. I mean, it speaks not only to you. It speaks to a lot of
Speaks to many.
People. So, if Alois, is there something more that we want or must point it out, or what the viewer
Well,
wants to see?
the thing is that everything is amazing, so
Yeah,
we cannot take everything out.
I told Brian to make a real show. It needs 2.5 hours. Yeah, to go a little bit from everything. 1.5 hours is impossible to do. So you can only do.
Let's go to the pyromorphites a bit.
Okay.
The pyromorphites?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, which one to see?
Do you have anything French?
Good question. Okay. Here's one
Do you
thing I
have
want
anything
to point.
Spanish? Do you have anything Spanish?
One thing I wanted to point out when Gerhard and I were going through photos, I saw some gold pieces and I said, "You have gold in your collection?" Right there. I totally didn't see it because of all the pyramides and the azurites and I mean, look at that fluorite. That's incredible.
Is that the silver is on the background as well, right? Like silver wires over there.
The most of my pyromorphites comes from the Bank mine and from China. And one of my favorite pieces is that one, because this is one that I have seen that you have both minerals, the
Plumbogambite.
plumbogambite
Yeah.
and the pyromorphite both together in one crystal. So the pseudomorphs is not finished, and this makes it for me very special. That's very nice. This is a light from his own class on matrix.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. That's a beautiful adamite, right? Yeah, wow.
There, it's a 10-centimeter piece.
Wow.
Brian can show you a great photo from that. If you go quick to the photos, maybe it makes sense. But again, I'm very sorry that it is impossible to show everything. For it needs much more time, and I can tell you that the most visitors who are staying are between 3 and 5 hours just in this room.
Yeah.
And then we go, we eat something, and then we go back.
Oh yeah, we got to show this.
Look at that, Jonas mine. This is has an extremely high history. You can see I've tried to put it out.
It has every shade of red, purple, and this is an incredible piece. The video is not even doing justice.
No, and it's gemmy. It has a lot of cut value inside. It's unbelievable. Normally, I can show that as an example. Just as an example. I must go through this technical things here from Brian. So we go to right back here. Doesn't you see?
Oh yeah, there we go.
What's going up here? The same strongness what I have inside the lights. You see the purple, the red. This is stronger.
Yes, this is much better. We can see actually the different colors, the purple and the red. We can see everything. Yes.
Yeah, it changed from all angels. It shows you a little bit another coloration. And it has, I believe, 4 or 5 collectors who has it before me. So was it okay?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Enough?
Oh yeah, awesome. What about the first Tenardera survivor, the tourmaline that were in the 1.0 collection that was at the center of the case? That was stunning as well.
Oh, the back here,
Yeah.
the Pedonera?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this is a survivor. You mean the piece from the porcupine pocket?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's just when you see my hand, and I have a big hand.
Amazing, very stunning. Yeah.
It is,
Wow.
I believe, much more than 20 centimeter high, I believe, 25.
Yeah.
Or something. I love that piece because you have 2 different generations. The thick crystals, what has this unbelievable triangle faces on the face, yeah? And then you have these elegant crystals in combination with quartz in the back. Could not be better.
The combination is truly amazing. I mean, usually you see either or, but not the two shapes. That's amazing. Wow. Thank you. So can we see just below? What's going on below?
Below?
Right. Yes, here. Yeah.
I love this. Tell me where you want me to film.
Ryan is in a complete new situation.
I have nothing to say.
What about the one, the tourmaline that is actually it is still the same shelf, but that is blue and dark, very dark blue at the top, it looks like, or even green, dark green. Yes, where is that from? Yeah.
Eloise, it's hard because the computer is on the table and we are a few meters from that. So can you say that again?
It's this one.
Yes.
You mean that one?
Yes. Yes. Where is it
Yeah.
from? Where?
This is from Lackman.
Mhm. Ah, wow.
And with backlight, I shows you that. And this is not the strong backlight, it's a strong. So this is the softest that I have. It's enough for that
most of it,
piece.
yeah.
And this is the power that is inside the case. But
Wow.
about the
And
distance from LED to the pieces, it's impossible to bring every piece in the right going way. But it's a fantastic piece. Yeah, love it. I love all the giants.
You truly do. All right, Ella, what else do you want to see here?
well, I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at the questions right now. Sorry, I'm just looking at the cases. No, we had other questions regarding the lack of labels. Why did you choose not to have any labels in the case? Just because you want only the aesthetics and everything? Maybe do you catalog your pieces? Do you have numbers into each specimen? How do you keep track of them?
Alex, do me a favor and
One question at a
ask
time.
question by question and not four questions with one sentence. So what was the first question, please?
Sorry. Why no labels?
Something labeled. I'm sorry?
Why no labels?
Yeah, very simple. As you know, I'm a very close friend to Fabian Will and with his museum, and we are best buddies. And Fabian has a special acrylic pens for the labels. And at the end, he decided to take them all off because it costs you 1/4 of the room inside the cases. I think it costs too much space to put any label. This is the only reason why there are no labels in. The second question I have understand is there a catalog? Yes. The question is clear, yes. And any piece is photographed by a professional photographer and is catalog in the catalog so that all the information about piece, mineral name, locality, price, from who I purchased it, which was the original price, which was the net price. All this information is there, exists.
Perfect. That answers everything. I had someone who was asking about a purple barrel, but I think that was the appetite. That's the stacked purple appetites. Is that it? Maybe like on the barrel case.
Brian, yeah, you are right now.
Yeah.
On the right
Yes.
side, that's not a barrel. No, that was a one-time find from Afghanistan, which is an appetite. It's not clear yet at the moment if these are twins or appetite.
Yeah, beautiful.
Crazy piece was a one-time find, and one company get all the pieces. I was able to buy 2 of them, and the other piece is you can see in the museum of Fabian Wilfang.
Cool. Thank you.
Always welcome. Always.
Another question in the meantime, I'm trying to do both here. Does Gerhard collect any gemstone, any cut stones, or
Alois, I interrupt you for a second. Brian, you're doing now, it's 10 times better as the video you have done. Why? You are alive, the door is closed, and it looks, I see the mic on to my link.
It's the same camera.
Crazy good.
Yeah, it's the same camera.
Yeah, that's so much better than we're showing the videos that you had earlier. Thank you so much for picking up the camera.
Sometimes technique surprised you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a technical man. I'm a collector.
Okay, so there's a question about the cases. These cases, this is actually interesting.
What was the question of the cases? Wait, Brian.
Who designed it? I want to show some of the features of the cases.
Okay, the cases comes original from Daniele Danieli, who has a company in Italy, who sold pieces. Fabian and I, we let come one of the cases to make experiments how we can do it in a more aesthetic way and in a better way as that what we got. So the result I cannot good explain. Maybe Brian can do that. There was a lot of changing. What I have changed because Fabian must go to his office. I spent the whole day in the basement in his museum and tried to find out how we can work with the sliders. The sliders are not stiff inside the wall. You can take them from down to up, so like a ski.
So what Gerhard's talking about are sliders.
I will
right?
come you. Then you see the difference. So first is you can take them here. Do that in the camera.
No, well, I was doing it on the edge. Yeah, show. There you go.
You can change wherever you like. You can change it to the bottom or up to the high. You have in any slider, you have 5 plugs for the LED light. The LED is 180 or a little bit more. You can turn them. Yeah. And here I have told you there was blocks at what has not looked really good.
Right.
And so I have experiments and try to use that all of this sliders what they only use only for the corners.
Right. You see all the black holes there's where you plug in lights, but what Gerhard doesn't install here are plugs that you put in that basically make all those disappear. So it becomes just almost pure white with the occasional bulb sticking out, lighting it up. And I love how you have 3 levels. So you have the front level, the mid level, and then the back level. But then you also have that on the top here. So you have one here, one right there in the middle, and then one in the back. And they're beautifully set into the corner. So the look is very smooth and very natural. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant.
And Brian, while you are with Gerhard, maybe we can end with the nice Paraiba tourmaline, the bright electric blue Paraiba that we didn't see very well on the photos earlier. So maybe we can take that one out because of the color so stunning. And we are 1 hour and 30 minutes into the show, so.
I believe you will not see a different if you go inside. It's definitely absolutely the same color as on the photo.
Well, we didn't see it well on the photos because it was while the video, your video was not working well. So that's awesome. Okay, the color is really.
Okay, so it was pixelating, but you can see it very.
The photo was also not good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
now it's perfect. Now it's perfect, and we have the chance to see at some close views of the ones next to it. So it's perfect as well. To the left, Brian, a bit.
I can do that.
Yeah, to the left, to the left as well is very nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Perfect.
Super.
Thank you so much. All right, Brian, do you want to switch to the quick fire 5 or?
Yeah, Gerhard, let's go for the fire 5.
I'm just asking for what we have made the video, for what we had made the story written.
Oh, we'll add those later.
And all the other things that we worked today.
Eloise, can we switch back to the other camera? All right. Let's do quick for 5, okay? You ready? You know how this goes.
It's ready.
You hate this. You hate this. Oh, no, touch that. Don't.
I like that.
Don't touch that. Gerhard.
Yes.
Gerhard.
Yes. That's me.
Okay, quick fire 5. All of the viewers have answered. And let me get my notes up here. Okay. Question number 1. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
This is for
Favorite beer was. I know it's tough.
because my favorite is not inside the question.
Oh, that would be Williams.
I will, yeah, I will say then beer.
Beer.
For
Okay.
dinner is a beer, always good.
Okay. Favorite mineral outside of tourmaline, fluorite or rhodochrosite? See, I'm making it easier.
Rhodochrosite.
Rhodochrosite. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Favorite U.S. mineral show, Tucson or Denver?
Yeah, since I cannot traveling since 2018, it's hard to say. So I have never seen the mineral city and the new places.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So this is a very tough question, but I'm the old guy from the Westward Look. And I will never forget this time because I'm living there and it was so familiar. And every evening was other guests there, and my room was more a party room as a hotel room. And in this case, I will say Westward Look, so Tucson. Otherwise, I will say in the old time in the 19th, Denver.
It's nostalgic, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, favorite car brand, Porsche or Mercedes?
What a question. I have both. So
I know.
What would be the answer now?
They're not listening. They're sleeping right now, so you can answer freely.
That's not fair. Okay. Porsche for SUV and Mercedes for Roadster. So this is my answer. Both.
I don't even understand that answer. Okay. Final
Roadster
question.
is open in Spider.
Yeah. Final question.
Huh?
Favorite mineral locality, Sweetheart or Denera? That's a good question.
I will say about diversity and the things that come out in the last 5 years. Because they are so different. Any pocket was different. I would say it's Pedernera, even if I'm a big lover of the Sweet Home mine.
Right. You actually had a pocket named for you.
Yeah, Brian has named the pocket that we found in 1907, and he used my name and called it as Gerhard's pocket.
Yeah. Okay. So that is our quick fire 5. Eloise, I can't see you, but are you ready?
I am ready. And yes, you did it. Thank you so much.
Oh, I can't see you. Oh, super. Hi. You're nice. Okay. Question number 1, favorite drink, beer or whiskey? After much hand wringing and clearly stating that his favorite is actually not on there because it's Williams. He went with beer. What did our viewers say?
Beer. I mean, you were drinking beer, guys. So of course we went with beer.
This was easy for the viewers because we make a cheers on your birthday and your anniversary of a half glass of beer. So
fair enough. Okay, favorite mineral outside of tourmaline, fluorite or rhodochrosite? No question there. We went with rhodochrosite. What did our viewers say?
Same thing, rhodochrosite, like hands-on. So yes.
Easy to find out if you see the collection.
Nice. Yeah, but you have some killer fluorites in here.
Yeah.
And some we haven't even really shown properly.
It's not the time.
Okay, favorite U.S. mineral show, Denver or Tucson? Gerhard loves them both, but he did end up going with Tucson just because of all the memories up at the Westward Look. What did our viewers say?
Yeah, 55% for Tucson, 45% for Denver. So they were almost half on that one. So perfect.
They know you pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay. This was the tough one. Favorite car brand, Porsche or Mercedes? his answer, I think, was actually a non-answer. He went with
Non-answer. So that works. That works by me. If you have too many cars, just give me one and then they pay the insurance, and like no question asked.
Come,
Okay.
Alois, come and pick it up.
Oh, hey, we heard it live. Come, Eloise.
All right.
But I
that
will
works.
see, Alois, I won't see
Yeah.
how you drive with 2 cars back.
2 cars. I just need
One
one.
foot in each.
I just
She
need
just wants
need
one.
that one.
Yeah,
Just
but
one.
you must come. And you cannot come with a bus to me. This is a place which is a little bit outside everything. You cannot use train. You
She's
can
clever.
use
She'll figure it out.
I believe
Me, though,
Figure
we'll
it
give her
out.
a
Don't
ride.
worry. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, final question. Favorite mineral locality, Sweet Home or Pedernera? And he loves them both, but because of the diversity and actually what it's done in the mineral world, Gerhard went with Pedernera. What did our viewers say?
82% as well. So yeah, we've got it,
Wow,
guys.
so 5 out of 5. It's been a while since we've had 5 out of 5.
and no beer in the glass to take. Cheers.
Right. Well, we're going to fix that pretty soon. All right, let's turn it over to Q&A. I'm going to flip the camera around, just point it at Gerhard. And go ahead with the Q&A. I will repeat the questions so that Gerhard can hear them clearly if he needs to.
So we try to go as along with the questions. So we had like answers of many of them already. But a question from Joanne. Gerhard's Christmas tourmaline extravaganza was fabulous. Will it be a repeat for 2025?
Did you hear that? The Christmas tourmaline exhibit extravaganza was wonderful. Joanne's wondering
A
if,
Christmas?
yeah, I don't know. I'm just repeating the question. Did you?
Yeah,
it's
the
nice.
Christmas tourmaline
I have
extravaganza.
no
That's
idea.
the question.
What has Christmas to do with what tournament?
Christmas time, did you assemble like a bunch of tourmalines and maybe release photos? Maybe Joanne can.
Oh, I believe I know what you mean. It was 2024, I believe, or 2023, and I asked the Facebook friends if they are interesting to make a series of all the Congo tourmalines, what they found in all colors. And
Okay.
I make like a calendar every day.
Was it
really tough?
Yeah.
Every day I make a post on my Facebook page with another Congo tourmaline. So from the 1st to the 25.
Wow.
Was this the question? Is that
I
correct?
think so. He's asking, are you going to do it again for this year?
It's 25.
Sorry, after that comes not new material from Congo.
No kidding.
So the answer is he would like to, but no.
Okay. And second question, but I think you kind of answered that questions already. We know that you used to love to travel, especially to Pakistan. And do you go still mining to the source, or do you go global? What's your way to acquire your specimens in general? What's your favorite way to acquire your specimens?
So there are 2 questions really. One, do you still travel to do field collecting to the source? And the second question, right.
I love to travel. I wish I can do that, but at the moment, about personal reasons, it is not possible for me to travel. And this is the reason that I am since a few years here at home. And you see me not on the shows, not in summer this year, which means not for me because I was 40 years I visited there. Yeah. So this is the question.
And then the second question is, how do you source the material now if you're not traveling?
Or, I mean, this has to do when you collected 45 years like me, you have a big network first.
Yeah.
You have people all around the world. I have friends, they offered only the pieces to me, the film, the video that we've done, special fluoride with the quartz, what we have not showed, or other things. So this is one thing, that I have a big network with a lot of good friends, and I mean really good friends who wants that the piece comes to my collection. There are other dealers, they have his own customers, and the material goes goes away without that I have a chance to look at it. And then we have, of course, the internet, and this is an international thing. So it's a global thing, and even I use the internet very strong to come in contact with sources and buy also from the sources directly. And I believe it will be not possible if I do that only 5 years. But the good thing is when Fabian brings me to Facebook, it was exactly 1st July 2020.
Oh, wow.
That was my first day on Facebook. So there was nobody on Facebook, what I was thinking. But I then found out that many people knows me, of course, from the past, everything. It went very well to me that I have connections, but I miss the shows.
Yeah, of course.
I miss the traveling. I miss to go directly to the sources because everywhere, Morocco, Pakistan, so nothing was far away that I go not in an airplane and try to go directly to the source.
Yeah.
Well,
Super.
thank you very much.
Does that answer the question?
Yes, perfect. And all of the questions were answered during the live show as well. So thank you very much. Get your key car, the key of the car ready. I'm gonna be driving with Brian next year from Sainte Marie, and I will see you at your place. Okay.
Yeah, I find a 500 Fiat for you, and we make a logo from a Mercedes on it on the top.
Perfect. All right. Well, let me flip the camera around.
Yeah, it's a strange feeling.
There we go.
All right. If you're not by yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So that is it for our 100th episode of Mineral Talks Live. I think our guests for the 100th episode made it really worthwhile. And I couldn't think of a better way to end our 5-year streak with Gerhard Wagner. So thank you for being a part of Mineral Talks Live.
Thank you for having me, because I was thinking, the start of Mineral Talks Live, if you remember, was minerals.
Right.
I have that in memory. And I was thinking there was a lot of so many interesting interviews in all the years, but I think the 100 must go back to the roots.
To the minerals, right? We want to see nothing but minerals.
Yeah, only just talking about minerals, not science, not my person or why I collected. The question like yesterday, why you love Tommy? And I said, why you married wife?
Yes. So there we go. That's Mineral Talks Live, 100th episode. So Mineral Talks Live, we're going to take a hiatus. We're going to take a little time off because we've really, not only myself, but Raquel and Eloise, we've really put a lot into. We're going to kind of shift a few things up and figure some things out. So we'll take a slight break from our monthly schedule, but stay tuned. We will come back with an announcement soon as to when Mineral Talks Live will start up again. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for tuning in every week, every month as we've gone on. I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. I want to say, just keep spreading the word. There are lots of other shows that have kind of started on what we've done here. So take a look at some of those. And I know Matthew, who's online right now, he's doing one under the radar. We've got some other ones out there. So take a look at stuff, because I think we've started was kind of a new trend, and there's so many incredible mineral stories out there. So, find them all.
Can I say something? And just one wish I have. I believe that many people have seen that show, and maybe later on YouTube. I get daily a mass of friendship requests on Facebook. My Facebook account is a friendship, is a closed account, so you cannot see that. If you want become with me as a friend on Facebook, please make a note, send me a message, and write me hey, I saw you on MTL, Minerals Talks Live, and then I know what to do with minerals.
Yeah.
Because I get, not a joke, daily 20 or 25 requests for friendship, most from Pakistani who wants only once. They won't try to sell her stuff. And this is not what I want, but I love to come in contact with all collectors in this world, and I'm open for everyone who's really interested in minerals, but not in other things, which is not my goal on Facebook. Means my private life is my private life, and book is my mineral life. And people who want not go to Facebook, okay, I have an open channel on Instagram, also both with my original name, because I'm also a hater of all these people who use fantasy names,
Pseudonyms, yeah.
synonyms, and
Yeah.
you don't know which guy is that, you know, not from where it is or what it is. Not my style, or not European style, by the way, maybe some, but not my personal style. And I'm open. So, and if you want, come one time to see the collection in person. This is official inviting for all the viewers, and you can make an appointment with me to look your collection by yourself, because that's what we have seen. We do our best, especially Brian has done his best. We are sweating here in, I believe now, 42 degrees or more.
And we're hungry, thirsty.
And we are hungry also. And then you have the time and can really enjoy the whole collection, and you can use 5 hours or whatever you like.
Yeah.
So you are welcome, and that's what I want to say at the end.
Super, super.
And thank
Okay.
you for looking
All right.
the show.
So for everyone, have a great day. Have a great week. Be kind, be healthy, and wherever you go, bring aloha with you. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.